Today, the motion that we're going to debate is that this House would implement a system of single-payer healthcare. By this, we define that the government will provide all financing and regulation for public healthcare, but this service will be administrated and run by the private sector. Today we have with three main arguments. The first one, the commercial benefits of this. The second one, the quality of service. And the third one, the healthcare as a basic need, which will address by my second speaker. Moving to my first argument, the economical benefits. I would like to remind this House that the USA spends 15% of the GDP and only in healthcare. But France, on the other hand, spends only 10%. What's the difference, ladies and gentlemen? Not just 5% of GDP, ladies and gentlemen. The difference between them is that USA is number 37 on the world, according to World Health Organization, on healthcare, and France is number 1, ladies and gentlemen. And by this, also, what we want to tell you is that today people spend twice as they should be spending. People are paying double in order to get a good healthcare system, ladies and gentlemen, because today you have a problem, and as the public hospitals are very, very bad. You're paying your insurance, you're paying twice. You're paying your insurance company, and you're paying a private company, and also you're paying the government for the public healthcare system, which is terrible. But what happens? You know that the public healthcare is terrible. You have a terrible disease also, and that disease can be only cured with very, very expensive medicine that they have in a very high-class private hospital. What do? You spend a lot of money in order to pay for this very expensive medicine. And what are you doing? You're paying twice and getting just one service. But what we want to do is the other way around, ladies and gentlemen. What we're going to do is make you pay just once and receive twice. Because by this healthcare system, we want you to pay only one time and to government, and receive two. Receive the opportunity to carry on receiving the healthcare system. No, thank you. As today we stand for on the public side, but also you can receive healthcare from the private companies, no matter if you don't have any insurance or if you don't have the money to pay for a private. Also, today we would like to remind again the example of France and the U.S. U.S. spends per person 3,500. Ladies and gentlemen, the U.S. spends 9,600, which is a lot, and they're just in the 37th place, ladies and gentlemen. France has a system. France has a single-payer healthcare system and is the number 1 in the world, ladies and gentlemen. This means that you don't have to spend a lot of money. You even save money, and you're improving a lot using healthcare. Yes.
The point is that right now we cannot even pay for the cost of changing the whole infrastructure into a single-payer system.
But even though we can make a small effort to change it, but the consequences of that will be enormous. A certain idea House that you're going to pay just once and pay twice the profit you're going to have. That is worth it, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I want to remind this House, no thank you, about the piece of little aspect that sick people with diseases that cannot be cured are not profitable for the government, ladies and gentlemen. We all know it. It's useless for the government to have thousands of people who are sick and they can work because they cannot afford a private hospital.
So that point then?
No, thank you. But moving to our second argument, the quality of the service. The quality of the service, as I said, relies on that the government will pay for all private companies to provide the whole population with healthcare. What will happen? Our main goal in this argument is to close the gap. We want
On that point.
thank you. We have a very, very cheap hospital, a very, very cheap service that is fighting to get the lowest of the lowest prices and get it to whole people. It might be with a terrible, it might have a terrible quality, but it has the lowest price. But on the other hand, we have a tiny private hospital who has the highest technology, who have also the highest prices, and it's only available for a very small percentage of population, ladies and gentlemen. We don't want this war to happen. This war for who has the lowest prices or who attends more people. By making a public health, single-payer healthcare system, we're going to close this gap. As all are going to have the right to attend to the same places and be provided with the services at the same places. Yes.
But don't you think that then the hospitals won't have incentives to give good quality because a crappy hospital is paid the same?
But it is all the opposite, ladies and gentlemen. It is all the opposite. If they're both earning the same thing, the war for prices would end. The war for prices would be over, and as both hospitals earn the same thing, they would only compete for getting the best quality, because best quality attracts more people, and best quality attracts more people and more profit, ladies and gentlemen, and this profit will also be paid only by the government, not by insurances, which is the second point on this argument. Insurance companies, as many of us have experienced, and many people have experienced, are not perfect, ladies and gentlemen. Insurance companies are the best way sometimes. Insurance companies have terrible contracts, have useless companies codes, and they are not available for every single one in the population, ladies and gentlemen. I have standing here what said in the proposition side, on the hand that healthcare is something basic, ladies and gentlemen. Healthcare is not something just a wish that we're going for. No, healthcare is something basic, which is an argument that my second speaker will be addressing. I have proven you today the economical benefits, that you don't have to spend a lot of money to have a great system that is efficient and works for everyone, that you will have the ability to pay once and receive twice, and also that it will close the gap between the competition and in order to get quality. This is Ms. Franca, that is how to propose this motion.
Thank you.